Riley Longhill, ghost hunter, along with her trusty dog Geist. Riley is the fictional alter ego of author Michele Pariza Wacek, who is also known as Michele PW. All stories are a product of the author's imagination. For more on Riley, along with musings from Michele and more, visit mpwnovels.com. Hello, it is Michele Pariza Wacek, also known as Michele PW, fiction author, and of course the host of The Adventures of Riley Longhill, Ghost Hunter, which of course you're listening to right now. Before we jump into Riley's latest adventure, and Riley, of course, is my fictional alter ego, but first I want to talk about my upcoming novel that is just about to be published on September 10th. So if you're listening to this after September 10th, it is already out. And it's called It Began With a Lie. And I'm really excited about it because this is actually my very first series, 3-book series. So this is the first one in the series. It is a psychological thriller, mystery suspense with some hints of paranormal and hints of romance. So it is really a genre-bending book. To wet your whistle a little bit, let me give you the description of It Began With a Lie. A fresh start. That was what Becca hoped the move from New York to Redemption, Wisconsin would be for her troubled family. A way to get her crumbling marriage back on track and to bond with her difficult 16-year-old stepdaughter. But instead of a new beginning, Becca is thrust into a mysterious past she barely remembers. A past that includes the complication of interacting with her old teenage crush, Daniel, as well as living in her aunt's old house, what the locals call the witch house. But is the house really haunted? Or is there something far more sinister out to destroy them? And that again is It Began With a Lie, out on September 10th, and you can check out more at mpwnovels.com. Plus, don't forget to download your novella, your free novella, The Secret Diary of Martha Blackstone, which ties into the Secrets of Redemption series. Okay, so let's jump into Riley and episode 7 in Riley's latest adventure. Now, remember, when we last left Riley, she was heading out to her second ghost hunting spot at the Hotel Vendome in Prescott, Arizona. So that is where she's going. Her point of this is to be more professional about the whole ghost hunting thing. So let's see if she is. Episode 7, Ghost Sightings, True Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories, and more. To start my research on all the ghost sightings of Abby, the ghost at Hotel Vendome, along with her cat Noble, who is also part of the True Hauntings lore, I decided to check out the local Charlotte Hall Museum, which is dedicated to preserving Prescott's rich Western history. Prescott is actually an old mining town, over 100 years old. It was the first capital of Arizona. Doc Holliday apparently even spent some time here gambling and killing a few folks before joining Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. He was likely in Prescott for the same reason as Abby was, as they both had TB. Big Nose Kate, Doc's girlfriend, even worked here for a short time as a prostitute. Now, I'm unclear if that was before or after Doc's death, as well as how much Doc had to do with her decision to work as a prostitute. But if it was before, and if he did have something to do with it, might Big Nose Kate's ghost be flitting around here too? Maybe she even was going to haunt Doc Holliday as payback for the whole prostitution thing. I mean, it seems just as bad as the whole going out for cigarettes and never coming back ordeal Abby went through, right? Anyway, I digress. I'm not looking for Big Nose Kate's ghost right now anyway. This is all about Abby and Noble. I figured if there's any records of real ghost stories around Prescott, I'd find them at the Charlotte Hall Museum. What I discovered there is that Abby was actually the source of a couple of books, To Search for Abby and Hotel Vendome, the story of Prescott's historic haunted hotel, both by Ken Edwards. I was so excited to learn that there had been so many ghost sightings of her over the years and that there was enough fodder for not one, but 2 books. Apparently, both Abby and Noble liked to roam all over the hotel. Well, now that I had more background, it was time to go check out the Hotel Vendome. From the outside, it looked more like a bed and breakfast than a hotel. It was a charming building located a block off of Prescott's famous downtown and Whiskey Row. Better yet, inside there's even a little bar. How perfect! I couldn't think of a better way to research than over a glass of wine. I immediately headed over. It had to be 5 o'clock somewhere, right? There was one woman standing behind the check-in desk. When she saw me head over to the bar on the other side of the lobby, she followed me. "What can I get you?" She wore black, had short black hair, too black to be anything but dyed, and multiple piercings, most in her ears, but one in her nose too. The only thing that wasn't black on her was a small white name tag that read Gia. I ordered a glass of wine and explained I was there to learn more about Abby. "Oh, you'll want this," she said after pouring my wine. She disappeared for a moment and came back with a huge book, which she plopped down in front of me. "This is our Abby book." I started to page through. It was loaded with stories about Abby and Nobo and went back for years. I was amazed. "Have you seen Abby?" I asked Gia. She shook her head. "I'm still pretty new, but I'm hoping." She folded her arms and leaned over the bar. To be honest, a big reason why I took this job was because I really wanted to see her. "Really? Oh, this was perfect. A fellow ghost hunter. I'm a ghost hunter." She widened her eyes. "Oh my God, that's so cool. Are you on a show or anything?" "I have a blog," I said. It was technically true, right? I had bought the domain name, so that meant I had it. Just because I hadn't actually started posting didn't mean it didn't exist. "But I'm still getting started," I continued, seeing her start to open her mouth, presumably to ask me for the URL. "So you're here to see Abby's room, right? Room 16? "I would love to see room 16. Is it open?" "Let me go check." She left the bar, and I went back to sipping my wine and perusing the Abby book. "You are so in luck," she called out excitedly. "It's available tonight. Do you want to stay?" Did I want to stay? I did, but what about Geist? And was it smart to spend the money when I had a perfect trailer to stay in? Oh, the hell with it. Geist will be fine. More importantly, I needed to prove myself to Coco and Craig and Kate that I was serious about becoming a ghost hunter. "Let's do it." Yes, she seemed almost excited as I was. I handed her my credit card and she got me checked in. "Think you might mention me on your blog?" she asked, handing me back my card. "You never know," I said, although I never actually thought about writing about the people I met along the way. I'd have to consider that. Gia looked like she was going to say something else, but right then an older balding man with dark frame glasses walked into the lobby, dragging a wheeled suitcase behind him. She excused herself to help him, and I went back to the Abby book. There were so many stories. One woman had bought ghost hunting equipment and had noticed big spikes in room 16, indicating lots of paranormal activity. Another one had gone to bed with the closet door closed and in the morning found it open. Still others had their belongings moved around the room, and they never saw anything happen. I was deep in a story about one of the employees who had an encounter with Abby in the basement when a voice next to me said, "You took my room." I jumped, nearly spilling my wine. "I'm sorry?" It was a man who had just checked in. "Room 16? Abby's room? That's the room I was going to stay in." I wasn't sure what to say. Was he joking? Was he angry? I couldn't tell. He gestured with his head towards my new ghost hunting friend Gia. "She says you're a ghost hunter too." His voice was friendly enough, but his eyes narrowed slightly behind his glasses. "Well, I'm just getting started," I said as Gia popped up from behind the bar. "She's got a blog too," she announced, "and I'm going to be on it." Well, I guess I didn't have to worry about that decision anymore. "Oh, really?" the man said. "What's your blog? Maybe I've heard of it." "Like I said, I'm still getting started," I said, reaching for my wine. In my haste, I spilled a few drops on the Abby book. "Oh no!" The red wine looked like blood glistening on the ghostly pages. Gia reached over with a bar rag to wipe it off. "Don't worry about it. That's why we have plastic sheets over all the pages." "Did you want to check out the Abby book?" I asked the man, feeling both relieved that the discussion was now off my blog and embarrassed about the spill. "Sure, I'll take a look," he said as I slid the book over. "Gotta do some research myself for my own blog." "Oh, are you a ghost hunter too?" "Yep, amateur. I have the equipment right here." He patted his suitcase. I was really looking forward to using it today. I wasn't sure how I should answer that. Sorry? Better luck next time? Maybe this would be an excellent time to leave so I could get my stuff for tonight. But the man kept talking. "What type of equipment do you have?" "I have a Rook EMF reader, which I've been pretty happy with, especially for the price. But I've been eyeing an EDI meter, which I've heard great things about." "You know," I said, sliding off the bar stool, "I didn't realize the time. I have to, go meet someone, but maybe I'll see you later." "Sure," he said and smiled. It didn't quite seem to reach his eyes. His glasses glinted. I swallowed and did my best to smile back. Gia enthusiastically waved at me. "See you later, Riley. I'm working tonight, too." "Riley," the man mused, and I felt a chill rise up my spine. I didn't like it at all that he now knew my name. "That's a nice name. Nice to meet you, too. I'm Hal." "Nice to meet you, too," I lied. And that is it for episode 7. So tune in and for the next episode of Riley, and we'll see what happens to her at the Hotel Vendôme.